guys, give us 1 second. We are coming back in.
We're getting undressed.
We're getting undressed.
We're getting unwerified. Can't wait for the snow.
Can't wait for the snow. I don't want it. Let's see who's in here real quick. Hey, you're here, Miss Brenda. Hey, Miss Barb. Hey, Dark Lord. And Joshy. Gwen says, goodness, 3 lives are scheduled for 5 p.m. today. Goodness. Hey, Roberta.
Thank you for being here.
Yeah. Yeah, I put a comment up above that said we were going to be late. We were hanging a tarp out at the chicken pen. Yeah, because that ice is coming our way. Is it cold enough yet?
Brenda.
Well, it's a hot mess is what it is. Of course, we've been just wet the last week. Hey, Miss Wendy.
Hi.
And so everything's it's mud season now. So we're in mud season and ice season and
Everything season.
all that. So
But
we're here.
live and in Homestead, real world. Here we are. Steve's
Now.
late again. Technically, I was here, Andy.
All right. Ooh, I got a head hair. Look
We
at
were
that.
trying to put a new clasp on the gate for the chicken pen to make it easier to get in and out of without us having to do. I've been doing a makeshift
Zip tie latch.
zip tie latch temporarily. Got more inches of snow. We're picking up to 6 feet. Oh my gosh. Our ski resorts have all the snow for the year in 3 weeks.
Oh gosh.
Ooh-wee.
Denise.
Not in your seat. I am
Hey,
now,
friend.
Randy.
Hey, friend. Hey, Miss Virginia. Yeah, so we have like a 20-foot tarp.
Yeah.
I think it's 20 foot by, is it 20 by 20? Maybe 20 by 15, something like that.
20 by 20.
Because the wind blows straight up the hill and over the garden towards the shed that way, and it's very windy out there.
The wind
so,
comes in from the north. There's nothing to block it. So we
no, it's from the east.
well, but if it's northeast coming that way, like it normally does.
Yeah, it's coming straight up the hill, and so yeah. Anyways, we put the tarp up to cover the front corner from the coop up to the edge, and then kind of along about half of the front.
Mm-hmm.
And that way we can hopefully keep some of that wind off of the girls.
Hey, Jerry.
And got them ready for tomorrow. Hopefully got some new hay down and all that good stuff. And because you got to remember, if you watch the video, we have rescue chickens. So these chickens have never been outside. They've never experienced winter. They've never been through any of this. So we've got to make it as easy as possible on them without having to, of course, we're not putting a heat lamp or anything out there, but, just try to give them the warm hay and just keep them cleaned out, keep their feet dry. It's about all we can do.
Woo!
And there's Sweeney's. Hey, Bomber Steve. Juliana, how are you? Good morning. 5-2 on a good day. It's not for the fact sun. Oh, good Lord. I'd be buried alive. That's funny. Be snow tunneling in places. Yeah. When I was 3, I remember my sister having to pick me up and move me around because it was taller than me or taller than my legs.
I was talking about ice and snow, and then Raquel comes in.
Yeah, right.
From Canada.
Chickens be, what the heck is going on? Ain't that right?
All right, Bomber Steve.
Cage battery chicken farm is an abomination of animal cruelty that needs to be. Well, these were hen houses.
Hen houses for egg production.
Eggs. So
their whole purpose was just eggs, and they were.
Yeah. Once they get a year old, they get rid of them. They sell them, and so that's how we come about getting our chickens from Kentucky. So we drove up there and got those, and we've got a video on that if anybody wants to go back and see the difficulties.
Then stop buying chicken eggs in the store, right?
But that's exactly where these come from. They lay the brown eggs that go into the store.
Yep.
Same thing. It's all in how they fed them, how they treated them, and all that. So now they're home with us, and go back and watch the video, and you'll see how we have nursed them back to health. And still got to do that follow up video because I didn't get it done the other day. So I've got to do that follow up video on how they've been for the first 2 weeks. I'm waiting to hear back on that property since you did.
Yeah.
Nice.
Hey, Phil
Nice.
and Tammy.
Hello, hello.
Peterson Farms in Nashville. So I know they're in here. Brenda and Virginia. We will be dancing this Friday. Just a heads up for everybody else who wants to watch us. We'll be this Friday. It'll be the Hunt Pearson Band at the smaller venue. We should be thawed out by then.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's going to get on up in the 30s and 40s by the end of the week.
And they're not laying many eggs yet, but they're laying enough for us to. Well, we didn't have to buy eggs this last weekend. This was the first weekend we've not had to buy eggs.
That's what's taking so long.
What's taking so long on the video? The chickens. Red won't be quiet. As y'all saw in the other video, he's very talkative when she's out there trying to.
Normally, laying hens in
video.
commercial situations are fed very well. Ours were not. Or
Yeah.
I don't know. They just come out of a molt and everything too. So
And he said it may be a few weeks too, and plus them still molting. I mean, they're still getting the feathers back in. They were still losing feathers when we got them, so
yeah, there's
they were
one
still,
or two still molting.
Yeah, but mostly they're getting their feathers back in, so it's just a matter of time.
Well, when we got them, we were getting like 4 to 6 eggs a day, and then Jessica got her 4 chickens, and she was getting 3 or 4 eggs a day. I don't know how hers are doing yet. If she comes in here, we'll ask her.
Yeah.
And then since it's been cold, like the temperatures have been dropping these last couple of days, these chicks are like, this cold mess ain't for me. We got 1 egg today and like 2 eggs the last couple of days. So they still haven't regulated out yet. Oh, they just got 30 pounds of fresh sausage today. Awesome. 2 states of egg production, cage battery and free range. Unfortunately, the battery farms hijack the free range look. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. Bomber Steve does do that. He's
here they
good
can
about
say free
researching.
range, and they're free ranging in a cage in a house.
They're just in a cage.
Yeah.
And that's it. That makes it totally.
Yeah,
free range.
these chickens have never been outside. They did not know how to scratch. They did not know how to, go around and peck and eat. And they didn't know how to roost because they're just in a huge house with concrete floors with hay on it. And all they do is just, they just lay eggs and people just walk through and pick them up off the hay. So they've never been outside. They just didn't know how to be chickens. But all that's in that video if y'all want to go back and watch that. I thought caged was illegal nationwide. I don't know about caged, but still they can label free range as them walking around in a building.
Yeah, because they're not technically in a cage.
They're not in a cage. They're
not
just
outside.
a big building.
And then just go through and pick them up like 18,000 eggs a day.
Yeah.
And some of those big ones.
Yeah. I don't know what these were in, but they were somewhere in Kentucky. I don't know. But yeah.
Well, yeah, we got them from was in Kentucky.
They were puny.
Wendy.
Hey, Wendy.
Willoway Ranch.
So yeah, I need to do that follow-up video of how the first 2 weeks went and what we've learned and what we changed. And but still going through the winter, this ice storm now, I get to give you even more information on it. A bigger cage with a stick to roost, right? That's about it. These didn't even have a stick to roost on. They just laid on the ground. We went out there and they was just a big pile on the ground for the first night.
Randy.
Nice
Nice
of you to wake
up. And we were spent most of this weekend too. Another update on that is moving.
We're still moving.
We finished. We
You guys
did
know that.
mostly finish for the most part ish her sewing room.
Yeah, except for my material. It's in the very back corner of the big storage unit.
Right.
I'm not worried about that.
That's no hurry, no rush. She knows where it's at. She needs to get it. And then we worked on condensing down from 3 storage units to 2. So now we only have 2 storage units. I called them this afternoon, actually on the way home a while ago, and told them that we were free. It was empty, and I wouldn't be needing it for another month. So don't look for no money from me. So that'll help save us a good chunk of money going into the next month. So we can start sticking that back, which is always a good thing.
They don't even have roosters with them here.
That way it's done once and done. Yeah, we're going to make ours bigger. We're going to expand ours. So what y'all saw in the video.
And see, when we went and picked these chickens up, Bomber Steve or Julianne, I don't know which one of you it is, but whenever we went and picked them up, they were like, we'll go ahead and have their beaks clipped and all this and that. And I'm like, let chickens be chickens. Why are you cutting their beaks? I mean,
Cut their beaks?
Yeah. If you've seen out there, theirs is rounded.
Oh, yeah.
Theirs is rounded. We're not going to do that.
Huh.
Chickens are going to be chickens. If they're going to fight, they're going to fight. Whatever. They're going to learn to defend themselves. They have to adapt to the situation, just like this ice storm and cold and everything coming out here. So once the snow melts, I'm redoing the chicken run, making it big enough for 72 chickens. That way it's one of them. Yeah. So chicken rehab. That's it. We're trying to teach them how to be chickens.
Yeah. And we're gonna expand theirs probably another 30 to 50 feet is what we're going to add to it.
Yeah. We still got these 13 over here that are going to be going out there.
And it's the ones that are out there now, it's borderline. It's a borderline enough room for them, but they need more too. So I want to open it on up. So we would have easily enough room for 20 to 30. And we're going to start cycling, which is part of another video that we're going to talk about coming up soon, our future plans for chickens, but we want to be able to cycle. But
hey, Tree Haven.
Yeah, cutting their beaks.
Jess and Crystal, how are you?
I almost want to look that up.
What?
Cutting their beaks.
Yeah, they do. It's like
I'm looking at it
like
right
cutting
now.
a dog's toenails, but they clip their beaks. Yeah. It's Steve. Okay. Nice. Hey, Chuck and Belinda, how are y'all? No one be touching my chicken beak, right? If I hear cold one
Poultry
more time.
producers. Wait, what?
Raquel. Negative 40 wind chill here.
That's at negative 40 Celsius.
And that's why you live there and we live here.
Hey, Mr. Jimmy.
Hello. Right?
Negative.
Holy cow.
I don't know. I don't really matter. I guess it matters if it's Celsius or Fahrenheit when you say negative.
Cold is cold. Hey, Miss Barb. Hello. How are you?
It says the poultry producers use beak trimming as part of an overall strategy to reduce feather pecking injuries in groups of poultry.
Yeah.
Beak trimming, frequently referred to incorrectly as debeaking, involves the removal of approximately 1/4 to 1/3 of the upper beak or both upper and lower beaks of a bird. Oh my gosh, that's horrible. People do that?
Mm-hmm. Whoa, it jumped. Okay. And there are also cattle and feedlots.
Oh my gosh.
Feeding small stalls. My dad used to raise hogs. Not himself. He worked in the hog barn industry. And he had, I think he said 1,300 sows in one barn. And then he bred them in one barn. And then once they were positive, he moved them over to the birthing barn. And then they birthed over there. And then once they were old enough, he castrated the males. And then once they were ready to wean off the mom, then he moved to the other section. And the piglets were down the other section. And then he finally got them out on the truck. So when I was growing up, I was helping him take care of thousands of hogs. I was the poop shooter scooper. I had to clean out all the pens from where the mamas birthed the babies and the babies and all that, and wash out from underneath them and all that. That was a long time ago. That was over 20 years ago, but it was fun. I got to hold all the little baby pigs. We would let you move to the States. Ain't that right? Yeah, everything freezes at that cold. Yes, everything. Your eyelashes, your eyebrows, your nose hairs. Let's see. I had to go back up and see what Chuck said. I can't even pronounce that. Randy, it's harder than you think. My daughter is trying to become a permanent resident. Awesome. Good. Good for her. My dad worked for a large hog farm for. Oh wow, Gwen, yeah, I did too. Hello, CB. Hugo Homestead, come on in here. CB. My son is engaged to a girl in Canada. She is trying to get her visa so she can come here. Nice, nice, nice. I've never been up north. I don't even know what cold is, but y'all's cold is different than our cold because we got humidity down here. And we've said that before when I was talking to Lisa at Yogi Hollow Farm and Alicia back when we were doing the Round the Hay Bale thing together. We were talking about that, and they said because they're way further up north than I am, and they said it's when they come down here, our cold, like in the 20s and 30s, is a lot colder than what their 20s and 30s is because of the humidity. It's like frozen ice particles in the air when it's that cold down here, whereas it's a dry cold up there, and you're not breathing all the humidity. And yeah, I bet you do, being off the ocean, got the humidity there too. He told them they can't just elope. It won't seem real to the government. Wow. CB said, hi, Stephen, back there. He's changing the dryer over real quick. Did Stephen tell you about the homestead rescue thing? I don't think so. If he did, I don't remember. Was it last night when y'all were talking? Oh, yeah, yes, the show, the TV show, yeah. I had already seen that. I seen that come up on my Facebook or something, and they were wanting people to apply to be on Homestead Rescue. I saw that. But I didn't know, like, if we were going to apply or something like that. We're just new. We're not a rescue. We're just a new homestead. I didn't know if they would just take something like this, us being new or whatever to the area and just come and set it all up for us, But it would be nice if something like that happened. But then again, I've got something else in mind of a way I want to take this on YouTube to help more people out in getting like a new homestead and stuff started. So I don't know. It's kind of been up in the air. We have past humidity now. It's soup. Ground is soup. Air is soup. That's right. Everything's just slushy and nasty. It's mud season. You have a friend in Idaho. He says the cold here at 35 as rain is colder. Yeah. That's it. It is exciting. We got our kitchen registered with the. Oh yeah. Nice. That's fun, Steve. That's fun. I knew y'all had been trying to do that. That's good. Glad all that's over with. Goodness. Hey, Roberta snuck back in here. So are y'all going to be selling locally, or are you going to be shipping? You probably have to go through other guidelines if you're actually shipping out of the country.
Trying to get too close to the TV.
I don't know.
Nick. Multi Hunter.
Oh, yeah. You don't slip in here. I was just scrolling away.
Who's doing it?
Julian and Steve got their kitchen registered with the local council so they can make their preserves and sell them.
There you go. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, they're now a commercial kitchen.
We tried to do it on the down low.
I barter and trade. And hey, if you want some, you can trade me $3 or $4 for it. We'll start local and eventually develop an online store. We're happy to do international, depending on the right.
Shipping international will be ridiculous. So I wouldn't say don't waste your time.
Unless y'all just blow up,
But congratulations on that. But I mean, there's definitely enough of a local market there to do that there in Australia. But shipping is outrageous. If it doesn't matter if you're coming this way or we're sending in that way or we're sending to Canada. I mean,
even Canada, just over the border, it's as much as sending it to Australia. Yeah, it's nuts. Use Pirate shipping it cuts costs. Yeah, Pirate. I've seen them advertise a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what you want to talk about?
I want to talk about.
I've done told them everything I want to talk about in the first almost 30 minutes. We got them caught up
That quick?
that quick. Well, it wasn't much to catch up on.
Well, you spent
Yeah. It cost us $13 to send
yeah,
a
it was
koozie up there.
$15
Yeah, to send a koozie to
to send a
Raquel.
koozie to Canada. A koozie. So you
The
talking
little
about
flat one.
no
Yeah.
no weight.
Gotta go feed the critters. Okay,
And
Gwen.
when we sent something to Australia, it was no, I'll take that. It was 12 something to Canada, and it was 13, almost $14 to ship to Australia. Because I'm finally getting stickers and magnets. Yay!
Yay! Good deal.
You can see me napping in the car, right? And that does sound good though.
Nice.
Say about selling my teas in her shop, but we have to figure out shipping. Yeah, and you're gonna have to worry about customs too, because you'll have to list all that stuff that's in customs, how much, what's in it, ingredients, and it's all thing of paperwork that you'll have to go through to clear customs on those teas. Another reason why we didn't get into it from here from our stuff is just because every shipment that you send, you got to put down how many of what's in it, a dollar value, and then it has to be approved. So it could get rejected. Or if they say if it's something that could explode, something that could burn, something that could leak or bust, those kinds of things you got to watch for that too. But I mean, with teas, it wouldn't be that big a deal, but it may be a pain in the butt on the customs forms.
Yeah, just being so small, doing so little at a time. Now, once you get bigger, it may not be as bad.
But I would check that. Go to however you want to ship it, and
they might open it up and check it too. Yeah, They will if they hear something or whatever and be like, what's in this?
Or anything going through customs they can open. So yeah, that's another thing to keep in mind. You try to
even going to Canada,
slipping something in there, anything that crosses out of the United States is ought to be checked.
Yep. Hi, Logan.
Hi.
What? No, you can work in here.
Party now.
Didn't have baby that day, and we took advantage of it. Nice. I don't know what that means. They're always here. They will send it back
they
too.
can.
Yep.
Miss Wendy said hey. Miss Brenda said hey, Logan.
Hey.
I remember last time she was in there, she broke your light strip.
No, pass it now.
I hope so.
He's passed it now. That was like last week.
She's gonna give me some.
Hey.
Hey.
She'll give you some.
She's gonna buy me some. With her own money.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Right.
She said she would.
Randy said hey.
Hey.
Say hey, everybody.
Hey, Canada.
And Canada. Okay. Australia's in here. Bomber Steve's in here.
Australia, hey.
Yeah.
So that
Logan looks exhausted.
I am.
Y'all need to put chickens
I
up.
have PE today. I do not like PE.
Your hair looks a hot mess.
Emma needs to go because I don't know if you'll be able to get the clip off or not.
Now?
Start. See if
they're up. I don't know if they're up yet.
They're up, then you go ahead and put them up before it gets any darker.
Bomber Steve said, hey, Logan.
Hey.
Good morning.
Morning. Whatever.
Bomber Steve.
It's morning there.
It's morning time there.
So
It's about
breakfast.
nine-ish there.
So it's brunch.
I think.
Brunch time.
They're still out.
They are loving it. Yeah.
They're not liking the cold and the wet because they can't go outside.
We haven't been able to enjoy it yet because when we moved here, it turned off cold. We went through the whole cold Arctic blast thing, and now we're going through ice storm stuff that's supposed to be coming through here, and we hadn't even dried out enough to go outside without wearing boots. It's 10:30 there.
Brunch.
Oh, Heather done snuck in here. Hey,
Heather.
hey, Miss Nancy. Yeah, so we haven't really been able to just get out and enjoy it without being cold or nasty or whatever. So we're all ready for spring. We're ready to see what we can do outside, and get some stuff done. Yep.
Raquel's
Yeah,
gonna tell them next time they complain, you'll send them to Canada.
Oh
negative
yeah,
40
daylight
degrees
savings times got you. That's right. It would be
Really?
9:30 there, right? Yeah. See, I was right. I was right.
Well, you are called Boots and Bounties, so that's being
Yeah, but
boots.
dancing boots, not mud boots.
But we do have mud boots.
Homestead.
My bunny has 6 babies. They are so cute.
Oh Lord,
Yeah, I need to go check
Emma
the
wants a
chickens
bunny,
They're still
but
out.
Still out.
How do you see them from that
I
far
don't-
from here?
I don't get
Not
something that we can't use on the farm,
Okay,
and
we'll go play with him
hers
then.
would have to be a pet. So no,
She can play
that's
with
not
you
gonna work.
Yay.
That's not gonna work.
No.
Sure.
Miss Brenda says someone will get here fast enough, and I ain't ready for the
Again,
high
why don't you
heat.
take some?
I told her, Emma was like, "Oh, you'll
It
be
ain't
complaining
time.
about it being hot here before long," and
It's
I'm
every
like,
4 hours.
"I did not." If y'all don't talk, go over there.
She's talking about medicine. Thank you very much.
Okay, we can go discuss that over there.
Don't take it. No, I don't care.
But I told her, I said, I did not complain,
Mm-mm.
not one time, about it being hot last summer, and I loved it.
Are you gonna eat these
Yes, she does, Kat.
You're not touching
She
those
wants
chips.
everyone.
No.
I have before, Raquel.
There's Cat.
We had a pair of mules. We had a pair of Belgian mares. We had one mule when I was little. We had Samantha. We had a pair of mules that was Mary Kate and Ashley. And then we had a set of Belgian mares that was Mary and Kate.
Mary and Kate.
Mary and Kate. I think that's what's her name. Kate. Yeah, I think that was what her name was.
Cat said, "Hey, Lolo."
Hey.
And my daddy would use those to plow the gardens. And then we used to have horse and wagons that we would pull. We would go riding like on Sunday afternoons. We would all hop in the wagon and we would go riding horse and wagon for a while. And
Hey, Josh made it.
before I die, I'm getting a heavy horse too. That's why we had the Belgian mares.
Thank you,
Um,
Randy. Randy's the other $10 super chat. Here's the other half of the chicken feed bag.
Oh,
Thank
that's
you.
funny. Thank you.
I did have to go buy some, and I have to go. It's like
We use a local store.
I use a local farm store because I like their feed better than what you get from Tractor Supply and all that. And there's enough
Good
drama going around with all that anyway. So
90
I go
by
about
30.
2 or 3 towns over to get our feed.
Hey, Josh.
Hey, Kentucky Hunter.
Kentucky Hunter.
Do you think I just made it up?
Yeah, I'm looking into that. Dark Lord. I'm looking into that. I just hadn't had time to stop and do it because weather's been changing so fast and we've been doing so much and trying to move boxes here and go through them and get them out of storage a little bit at a time without overflowing into the house too much. Because over there, we've got 6 totes, 6 of the large totes over there of stuff we got to go through. And yeah, I have to go through. And then there's a box of home decor that I've got to go through. As you see, the kids have started hanging up some stuff back there.
Yeah.
Started hanging up some of the house decor. Kentucky Hunter, of course, we know you're in Kentucky. What's your first name, or what would you want us to call you? Because we like to be on a first name basis here if we can.
Robert.
The mama bunny is Aubrey. That's my granddaughter's name. I let them name the bunny since she named it her own name. Awesome. That's fun. Awesome. Awesome. Robertson.
No.
No.
There's Robertson, then it says Roberta's.
Oh, Roberta. Hey, yeah.
It's not the work, it's the fee and the cost of buying them in the first place. Buying what we buying?
Heavy horses.
Ugh, yes. That's what actually me and Josh talking about that.
Junior.
About cost of horses. Me and Josh Skinner Farms were talking about that.
Yeah, I had horses growing up and in storage the other day, and we actually found my box of
Thank you, Randy.
horse trophies. And Emma was like, "What are those?" And I'm like, "That's all my horse riding trophies." And she's like, "What?"
You ride horses?
I used to ride horses, yes.
And the best thing of cleaning up storage this weekend, we got to the very back bottom of one of the other storage buildings.
Because he thought it'd be a good idea in July to put this item there.
We found the lost, mysterious, disappeared box of winter things.
Our hats,
Everything
and
from toboggans,
and
gloves, scarves, face shields.
We found it.
Quit.
It was holding everything else up along with all my winter clothes that we, moved back in July and we thought we'd have out by now.
Well, we thought that one would be empty. We're like, oh, this will be easy. Most of the stuff will come out. It'll be empty real fast. No, did not. It was out there antagonizing the Chiefs.
No.
So we had to go there and get them ready for today. That was what we were a little late from.
Yes. Yeah, I actually went and had to buy me a toboggan because I knew it was going to get cold. And I'm like, Mama can't do this.
And then we find the box of items.
The next day we found the box of items because it was in a box that none of us were looking for.
Yeah, she said it was in a cardboard box. It was not a cardboard box.
Emma, do you need a hug?
No, I need my headache to go away.
She's got a headache.
She has a head like that.
He said, smile, girl.
Right? Tell her, Randy. Randy said smile.
Smile, girl.
No.
Go take you something. Go to bed or something.
Did Josh ask if I need a hug?
Yeah.
Well, if you live closer, you can come get me one. But no.
We're still waiting for him to come visit.
Yeah.
Well, he's got to wait. He's hooking me up. He's hooking us up.
Okay, so if you set it up there, can he bring it back?
She
I
a
don't
weather
know.
baby. She hates anything cold. Anything below 60.
Mm-hmm.
Below Z. That's pretty vague.
Anything below 60, she just hates it. Rather not. Well, that's me. I can get to 50 as long as the wind ain't blowing.
You still have a headache even if he was here.
Yeah, because go ahead and say it, because you'd be the headache.
Then she'd be in mood, and then we'd have to throw her in the pond.
We?
Mhm.
You're not throwing me in the pond.
Why? He wants to. It sounds like a good idea. Sounds
Yeah.
fun.
To throw you in the pond, yeah.
I don't know what's in the bottom of that pond.
Tires and sticks and trees.
I'm done with y'all.
Daddy, you pick her up and
Roberta,
Hey,
say hello, beautiful Emma.
But the pond is full.
you can.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna do that as a short.
Finally made it.
I think I'm gonna do it as a short on my channel. Go down there and show y'all the.
Oh, I thought it was
The
gonna
pond.
push me in the pool. I was
No,
totally confused.
could have made you a ski cap. I just made 7 camouflage for the guys in our family.
Oh my!
Thinking
Wow.
about throwing him
Bye,
in the
Wendy.
pond.
Well, I had yarn. I could have crocheted me something, but it's okay. I got a pretty knitted one from Walmart.
Oddly enough, a cold can on the back of the neck is what helps. I know because I'm also a weather baby. Anytime storms roll in or out, it hurts. Try a cold can in here.
My head hurts almost every day.
Then that's not that. You can't fix that kind of head. It just is.
How about throwing him in the
If she got
pond?
thrown in, she would be at the
At the
bottom.
bottom.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh.
Yep.
You're going in a pond.
I don't
The
know,
only
Gwen. We ain't
place
been
you're
out there.
Have water in it. I don't know.
You have to come down
I don't
here
know.
first.
Hey, go take the storm shelter and see if there's water in
I'll go with you. Mom.
it. Hey, put your boots on. Put your jacket on.
Right
Go.
there. Okay, Barb.
It's still kind of daytime if you hurry up
They got to go put our chickens to bed too.
and do the chicken while you're out there.
Oh my gosh. I mean,
It's
what was that?
You're just going there.
cold outside.
They'll be fine.
Hey, look, it says it's 1 degree outside. You see that? You see it? It says 1.
One notification.
I know that.
1 degree. Good Lord. Hurry
Oh,
up.
look, it's a red exclamation point now.
It's getting worse.
Look at that.
Thank you, Mr.
You are
Randy.
too much. And he
I-
just went and bought ice cream.
I did. That's where I was. And while we were a little
That's why he got back late and pushed us late on getting back.
and we had 15 minutes, so I'm like, I gotta hurry up. I asked her about the putting the tarp up. She said, "Oh, we don't need the tarp."
To be fair, I didn't have any idea.
Well, Mr. Randy gave us $20 super chat. to get
Dark
y'all
Lord
ice cream.
said you gotta
And I got
go-
ice cream.
You got to go get your thyroid checked too.
What now?
You got to get your thyroid checked.
Yeah.
What the flip is a thyroid?
She's like, "Do I have a thyroid?
What is a thyroid?
Where is a
So,
thyroid?"
you know, she,
Really?
that my head used to hurt like that, and I had to. She wears contacts,
She wears contacts, but they're not the same prescription.
and one's changed. So that's why we're like,
That could be it.
You got 6 more months before you go get your
Right.
eyes checked.
Her eyes shifted like right after she got contacts. So after we bought them, then her prescription shifted. I'm like, I'm not paying another one. You just got to route it out. Our ponds, we call them
Peppermint.
tanks, are all full and overflowing. Yeah, the pond, ours is just a gravity fed, so it's just whatever happens to fall and whatever runs down into the
It's a
pond,
glass.
fills it up. But with all the rain that we've got and the ice and everything we've had this year so far since we've been here, it has filled it all the way back up again. So yeah,
Right.
I guess look for that. I'll try to do a short on that the next couple of days. I didn't have my phone with me when I went down the other day. I really need to take my phone with me when I start to go out walking around.
Oh, that's the only time you don't.
Because I went out to check the chickens because they were gone. Oh, she was gone. She had to go run some
Had to run
errands.
some errands, get some
And
products delivered.
it's a gland right there in your neck. It tells your body what hormones to set out.
I didn't that night. I didn't that night, but I still have it. Yeah,
They put that on her neck, wherever that's at.
I've moved since then. I don't know where it's at, but I have it.
Some stuff they gave us for Mama when we were in Kentucky.
It's probably in-
that blue.
Hey, Emma goes in first.
It's probably in the bathroom with all of. I tried
Yes.
to keep all of our stuff together, like all the medicines and stuff together. You know, whenever we moved. Treasure hunter.
Hey,
Nick.
Neil. Is he Stephen?
Oh.
Want to check? You need to go. Need a GoPro hooked to your hat. You get a ton of footage. You know, I looked at GoPros a ton. I researched a bunch, looked at a bunch, the new ones, the older ones, everything from an 8 up.
I don't care as long as you ain't got that little fisheye thing that makes me drunk every time I watch one of them videos. I'm sorry, if you use that fisheye and you got a GoPro, I do not watch your videos. I can't do it. It makes me drunk. I don't watch them.
For free.
I don't watch them.
See?
I'm sorry. I
But
can't do it.
so
Okay.
I have to try to remember to do that when I'll have to try to remember to do that the next couple of days, so I get some footage of that down there by the pond. I'll try to walk down there. It's pretty soppy last time I drove down there, and we left tire tracks across the front yard and Crawdaddy because it was just that wet.
Her grandmother's got everything. You name it, she's got it.
Hypothyroid. She's a hyperthyroid.
No, thyroid issues are backwards from what you would think they are. I always got them confused because hypo is one thing and hyper is another thing. But you know, if it overacts too much, it's actually underproducing, and it's backwards in the nursing world. Whenever you try to explain it to somebody, I don't.
And then I do that.
I don't do thyroids. That confuses the heck out of me.
Randy said maybe you shouldn't drink while watching videos.
It happens.
Whatever do you mean, Randy?
No, those people that even if they're big channels, if they use that old bubble fisheye thing, then
But before we got our camera, I looked at getting a
I know
GoPro, and I've even still thought about it. But how much would we really use it? And so I was kind of like, it'd still be the same thing. You still got the batteries. You still got to worry about charging it. It's not gonna last as long as my phone.
Darkly, I was talking about like
I'm gonna name it
like the medication that you have to take for it. It's backwards from what you would think. Like, yeah, hypo is slow and hyper is fast. Yeah, that's in anything. But whenever you go to diagnose it and medicate it, it's backwards from what you would think. It's crazy. Any fisheye videos? Yes, those bubble screens. They're like, the fisheye lens. They're real bubbly and like everything is just, like that right there. He'll show you what he's talking about. Get some images or something.
I'm working on it.
You've seen them, Gwen. You've seen them. Do images.
And get off soy. That does not help you with your headaches. Who does soy? I shouldn't say that. I'm sure there's plenty of people that like soy.
I'm gonna strap a GoPro to one of my cows one day. Oh, that'd be fun.
So stuff that's like that.
Yeah, that bubble thing. You know, whenever he's walking around, and I say one guy in particular uses the fisheye lens, but as he's walking around, you know, you can see him fine, but everything in the background is like moving and curving, and I can't do all that. I can't do all that. I don't know this bubble thing. Yep, there it is.
You'd be amazed what soy is in.
I guess I can't tell the difference. Yeah, you can. VW Family Farm uses it every now and then, especially when they're out in the field and they're talking about cows, or they used to. I haven't lately, but they used to.
This is supposed
do
to be
it.
like a fish eye lens.
Yeah, no fish eyes. Mm-mm.
It's got that bubble in it.
Oh, we don't have soy that I know of.
Hey, explain it. What kind of thing is that? I don't watch VW.
That was just one that I just thought of real quick.
Ultra
Because I
Line.
quit, like whenever I see it, I stopped watching it. I don't even.
I'm just trying to find out
I don't
all
even.
of estrogen. I definitely
And see, I
want that.
can't take estrogen; it gives me migraines.
He gets
That's why I can't take like birth control and stuff. I have to have an IUD because I can't take birth control because of the estrogen.
That just wrecks your footage. Yeah, I don't know why people do that.
Soy lecithin is in a lot of foods. Yeah. Let me see. Let me see if I can find one for you real quick.
Oh, that's why.
what?
What you done?
He's still got material on the zipper.
Mm.
You have to get Mama to get you out of this.
Or I can just get it off of this.
Okay, this video is for a lot of you who missed.
Hang on, I'm trying to break Logan out of his jacket.
Okay.
Take it off, and then Mom might have to fix it.
Oh no, that video is not like that. Okay. It just
Anyway, if
doesn't-
you use it, she won't watch it. Let's just say that. So you're saying GoPro videos will all come out with No.
no, it's the
No.
lens you put
It's
on
just
it.
a particular lens you put on top of it.
They use them to get more view of what they're trying to shoot.
Just get Steven fixed. I already am, Josh.
Okay.
I did my part.
Okay, see if y'all can see that. Okay, this is VW Family Farm, and she uses the lens every now and then. But you see how the house is curved, you know, and all this on the outside is gonna move.
Panoramic view, right?
Kind of like that.
Kind of like panoramic view, yeah.
Weapon.
That's what she looks like.
Oh, there was no water in them. I'm sure.
Did you? No, wait, huh?
There was no water in them.
What chicken?
Chickens
Okay.
are
Did you feed?
Mhm.
How much that?
good.
Anywho, but y'all see what I'm saying.
Like it has some?
Yeah.
Now, it's not a wide angle. Now, a wide angle is flat. It's just a broader angle. The fisheye is curved like a bubble. You know those like the little playground things you used to get in, you know, has the bubble in it, you know, it kind of like freaks you out, the mirror or whatever. It's kind of like that.
You don't need a fishbowl view to get good
Yeah.
shots.
A wide angle is different, y'all. Not the panoramic view. The panoramic view is the wide angle. A wide angle goes straight across and it just shows you everything in a bigger view. The fisheye bends everything, so it does this, like it rounds it, rather than just opens the lens. So I want to GoPro for fishing. Hey, Paffers, how are y'all?
Charlie and Randy
And Autumn.
and I thought you had
Yeah,
to make
but
it.
I mean,
don't know how to make
it's okay as long as you're sitting still. It's whenever, yeah, that's right, Raquel. Yeah, that's what I was talking about too. Yeah,
A bunch of people are doing it to music videos.
I didn't know. Yeah, they do it to like music videos. Yeah, to get dancing and get the background scene and all
Huh.
that. I want a camera that makes me smile. Oh Lord. Yeah, like the mirrors they have in the corner of the grocery stores to catch thieves. Yeah, you know how it broadens it, it bends it so you can see more top, bottom, all the way around. Whereas the wide lens just opens the lens up and just shoots straight out. Yeah.
Oh, I stopped sharing it now.
Yeah, like sitting still is fine. Like, she was sitting on the porch doing that. That was fine. It's whenever they're moving around in the field and all the background is just warping and moving, and I can't do that. When they're walking and moving, I can't watch that stuff. It almost throws my equilibrium off.
Fish bowl effect, what they call it.
Okay, I'm going here. I can't see.
I found a demo.
Okay, well, I can't see comments with you doing that way, so. We are good, Mr. Charlie, Miss Brandy. We are good.
Okay, now.
Okay.
Make us smaller, not look smaller. Be smaller. Oh, and I looked up, Brenda, I think you're still in here. Yeah. We were talking about that Mid-America meetup that was in Oklahoma that MT Homestead's putting together. I mapped that the other day. It was 9.5 hours from here. And
at night, not during the day.
And it was in the evening. Like, it was like 7, 8 o'clock, so it should have been no traffic.
Yeah, it's probably almost 10 and a half hours during the day if we were to drive down there. And that's even farther than us going to the prior meetup. And that was long enough. I'm gonna go.
But and we got there faster, so I don't even know how it's closer.
Yeah,
it takes longer.
MT's is closer, but it takes like an hour or two longer to get there.
Yeah, I didn't get that.
I don't know. We may have to look at it on a different day. It may have been a wreck or something.
Let's see. But if it's 9.5 hours, I don't think we're going to make that one, Brenda.
Hey, Renee.
For me, it's over 13 hours.
So how big have the chicks gotten?
Wait, chicks? Well, let's see.
Yeah, we didn't either.
Randy, you'll tell me I need a hat because the shiny spot on top of my head is blinding me.
Because I cut his hair. It's only 17 for
Please
me.
come to meet up. That is a long way.
Anything about 6 hours, and I just don't want to go. Yeah, anything. I would, but I hate to do anything over 6 hours. Because 6 hours turns into 9 hours, and 9 hours turns into 12, and I just, whew. Going to Colorado for a month or two. Ah, wow, they're big. They're big. They look like meat birds. They're so ugly.
Leghorn.
You got a bad hairdo there.
You're not falling. Chill. That's where they are. They're getting all their feathers down their back.
Almost covered.
Except for their heads. Really.
Yep, they're almost covered. Still losing their down feathers. Yeah. Ain't they pretty? They're dirty, but they're pretty.
So she got quiet now.
Hi. Yeah, you got a mohawk. I'm gonna have to clean the house over there whenever they get out of here, because Steven sits down in his recliner and it goes poof with feathers. Because they stay rowdy all day long, and just feathers are flying everywhere. It's nuts. Well, see, Roberta, we would literally have to either take off. I would have to take off that Friday to drive, or for us to go down there, or we would have to get out of here after I get off work, and we would have to drive all night, and then we would stay Saturday and have to drive all the way back up here Sunday. That's the only thing. I mean, if we had time to stay, that would be different.
Here's one of the calico.
Yeah, they grew fast in a week.
Calico princesses.
You got a long neck there, sister.
See how dark they are.
Now, you pretty. Hey, sister. You got a foot loose down here. She's uncomfortable. Yes, they are getting big.
Well, that's them.
They've tripled in size already. Oh, yeah.
Look like
Oh,
pterodactyls.
Yeah, we've already upgraded the box because we couldn't find a bigger one, so we had to go buy one. So we went and got a bigger box, and they are maxing it out. But you could tell they had more room
See how much
because
bigger their legs are.
you could tell they had more room because now they're starting to jump and fly and they're more active
And run.
and stuff.
Casey said it sounds like an MMA fight going on in there.
Yeah.
They'll run. You hear them hit the side. They
Yeah.
fly. They jump.
I've started cutting the heat lamp off some, and they'll get all huddled up together. And I'm like, y'all gonna have to get used to it because you got to go outside sometime. Yeah, it's about 6 hours as far as I'm driving too, Josh. I remember when they were nuggets, right? Can't wait to get mine. No plans. It's still during the school year. Need 2 days to travel. Yep, wouldn't get there. Yep. We would need all day Friday and all day Sunday, so we would be driving 2/3 of the time.
Yeah, it wouldn't even be worth the trip.
I have my 13. Now I get to upgrade to 45. Yay! Gotta drag a trailer down with me when I go. Please.
There's Mitchell. That one looks like Josh.
Miss Virginia said it was 52 in Pennsylvania today.
Oh my.
It was. Did we even? It's 38 now.
Yeah, we got
38 was the high.
It was 39 and it was 38. It was 38 this morning and it felt like
Yeah.
31.
We've been at the same temp. Well, earlier when I went out like at lunchtime, it was like 37, felt like 26.
Yeah.
It's nuts. There's Mitchell.
That one
Hey.
looks like Josh.
Oh,
They've gotten a lot bigger, that's for sure. Hey, down home.
Miss Brenda said it is. Where you see that at?
You
Oh,
haven't
down.
got to it
I
yet.
ain't got to it yet. Okay.
You scrolled up.
Yeah. Well, no, I'll stop so I can talk.
And I got to drag a trailer down. Yeah.
Miss Virginia said, no. Miss Brenda said to Miss Virginia that it was 23 in Oklahoma.
And she's
I've got
behind
a-
it.
I've got a picture of a friend that was in Tulsa, Oklahoma today, and like the parking lot was like totally white. It was like, for all you people in Tennessee, it's coming your way. It's like, yeah, thanks. You say Josh is on Nick. Oh, okay. There's down home. Hey. I'm so sad
That's
to
Rob.
not see all of you there. Oh, there's it. Oh, yeah.
That's Rob's new channel, Down Home.
Okay.
Zombie Prepper,
Gotcha.
Down Home.
Gotcha.
Oh, we met him in Kentucky.
Gotcha. Yeah. I didn't meet him personally, but you did. I talked to him a little bit.
You were
but-
talking off the side.
Yeah, I was.
I got a picture with him. That's pretty cool.
It felt like 10 last night. Oh,
Mm.
I'm not looking for it to come here, but it's on its way tonight. If I go to the States, I'm going to make a week of it in the summer. Stop everywhere.
I know somebody.
I know somebody. Stephen and Casey will be the furthest I go. Wow.
That's a long
Hey, at least
way.
you come here and see us. We are doing good. How about you? I'm in Ohio, so you can come visit me too. Casey makes fun of my belly. Why? Because Stephen's going too.
Right?
OH is Ohio, yes.
I went 0, gonna be 13 below tonight at Barb. Oh my gosh, been over.
Dang. We had sleet and hail and freezing rain for about 5 hours this morning. Supposed to do it again tonight.
And see, we're,
Yeah, it's getting
ours is
here today.
tonight and tomorrow night.
Yeah.
Supposed to start, I think, after 7. They already canceled school tomorrow in anticipation of icy weather and icy roads. So the kids already know they're out tomorrow. So they're like, yes.
Emma's like, I get to sleep in. I'm yay.
They won't.
Yeah, Emma will.
Logan won't.
Logan, I don't know. It
He won't.
depends. He's either going to be up really early or he's going to sleep in. There's really no in between with him.
But he knows if he gets up at 8 that he can get Emma up. So where is that big Amish store? I want to go there.
Usually Amish stuff is in Pennsylvania. Miss Virginia may help you with
I
that
think
one.
you had that picture, Josh. Calling for up to 1/2 inch here in Western Kentucky.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they said 1/4 to 1/2 inch is what they're calling for us.
Supposed to
But
hit
it all
20
depends
that weekend.
on where, how far it actually pushes down
Just
into
proof
West
my
Tennessee.
channel.
It's proof. That's true. I thought you had a picture of it, Josh.
I've seen
I
the
thought
picture.
Amy had the picture.
I've seen a picture. You showed it to me.
thought he had the picture.
Maybe so. Oh, the Lehman store. That's in Missouri. Yeah, the Lehman
No,
store
she's
is,
asking, is that the Lehman store?
well, the Lehman store, if that's what you're talking about, is in Missouri. Yeah, Doug and Stacy went there. That's it. That's Lehman's. Yeah.
It's for Amish people, not run by Amish.
Yeah, they sell Amish stuff there. Yeah. Yeah, that would be Lehman's. That's in is it Mayfield, Missouri? Mansfield,
Mansfield.
something like that. Yeah. It's not didn't cancel school till 10 a.m. Then everyone had to drive on the slick roads to go. They usually do good about canceling ours the night before. Yeah, it's the one that they went to. Yeah, Doug and Stacy, they go to.
There's one in Ohio.
They go. Is there Lehman's?
Kidron, Ohio is a Lehman's.
Oh, there's one in Ohio.
In OH.
Maybe that's the one you're talking about. Just Google it. Just Google it. I thought it was in Missouri.
I'm sure there is.
I could be wrong. Yeah. Okay, this one.
Okay. So I can find some stuff now.
He be Googling stuff.
I know how to find information, that's for sure.
Yeah, and there's a lot of Amish stuff up in Pennsylvania. Yeah.
Kid Ron also is
Like
Enron.
like go to their house kind of thing, kind of shops and stuff like that in Pennsylvania. And we used to have them in well, we still have a few
Across the road
Oh.
from them, and they always invite her to Christmas program. That's cool, Miss Virginia.
nice. Yeah, if you live around and they get to know you, they they'll
I think
Do stuff
Indiana's
with you.
number 2 for Amish in the U.S.
really.
I didn't know that either.
I thought it was Pennsylvania. But we used to have Amish.
She hasn't heard of one in Ohio. She lives in Ohio.
Oh, that's funny.
Look up Kid Ron.
In Middle Tennessee, we used to have a lot of Amish there. They have since kind of moved out, and
They
we've
moved
talked
further
about
that way.
doing a video going back there, kind of showing you, because it's just abandoned houses now.
Yeah.
I told myself I'd like to buy one of them houses up there. They're so pretty. They're so simple, just a white box with a porch on it. They're so pretty, but they're just so simple.
Mhm.
And it's so pretty. South Pittsburgh, and closest one we have is in Ohio. Oh, okay. There's a bunch of them in Colorado.
Well, have fun.
So we don't have any Amish stores around here. Now, they're abandoned because
The people, families love.
Amish, what they do is they live in those communities. And so they'll go in and they kind of repurchase homes that were previously built. People move in and out, moving from community to community, Amish communities. And so these in Middle Tennessee, some of the original families that are there are still there, and their children are still there, because we talked to them last time we went up there.
Mm-hmm.
And as I've told you guys before, my daddy actually lent his horses to the father, Mr. Henry. He lent his horses there to him because he was actually going to lose his land if he didn't work his land to be able to sell the produce in their store, and their horses had went lame. So my dad took our horses up there, and he actually lent them to the Amish family so they'd be able to keep their farm and stuff. But yeah, they're just about all abandoned because the families are moving to other communities. If they don't like that community, they can opt to move to another community and, just leave the house or sell it, or, whatever they want to do to it. Now, down here in West Tennessee, they say we have Amish stores, but they're not Amish stores. They're actually Mennonite stores. Amish stores are different than Mennonite stores. And around here, they call them Amish because they don't know no different. Because we don't have Amish in West Tennessee. They're in Middle Tennessee and some in Eastern Tennessee. And like I said, a lot of them are moving out. But there's the address. But around here, we have a lot of Mennonites. and Mennonites will open up their little Mennonite store, and then people are like, "Oh, they're Amish stores." No, they're not. You don't even know what an Amish store is, you know.
Yeah,
But
well,
I've
Oklahoma.
been to them.
Brenda didn't know about it. See,
Didn't know about what
that there's an Amish store, and that
Chateau,
yeah, we'll
Oklahoma.
go with that. I was totally gonna jack that up.
Chateau, Oklahoma. And I know we're even the same state.
Yeah, Mennonite stores there, Renee.
Yeah.
A few small bakery bulk stores for Amish.
That's well. There are a few bakery books.
I want to say that ours was Amish.
It is a big
built.
difference.
I think the Amish built our shed, the old shed at the other house. That was ordered from an Amish place
I don't think
in
so.
Kentucky.
Really?
Yeah, the one at the other house.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I didn't know that.
Oh no, this one was built in a factory.
Yeah. Yeah. We have bulk stores down here too, but they're all Mennonite stores, and you can tell they get their stuff from the same place. They all package them the same way because they all are in these clear containers, and they all have the white labels on them. They're all Mennonite stores.
It's not how you say that word. The cha-cha-cha-cha-cha.
Whatever. Not our city. I don't
Southeast
know.
Indiana,
About our
Switzerland
ship.
country. Hence the hookah. Switzerland fancy.
Well, how do you say it, Mitchell? See if you can type it out the way you say
Cha
it.
cha 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 cha. Oklahoma.
Oh, Mike had an Amish donut once.
Mitchell can't
Okay.
spell. I mean,
See what he comes up with if he's gonna try to spell it.
we live in Indian country, and that is why you can't say that name. Then how do you say it? Sound it out.
Sound it out in words.
Give me some phonetics.
Okay, so it's Indian. I gotta go back up here to it. Where's it at? Chotao. I made cinnamon rolls with my Amish fresh shipbread started a few weeks ago. About as Amish as you gonna get, ain't it, Gwen?
Let me see.
Kind of like Choctaw, but it's Chotao. I don't know. We don't have Indians around here. Show two. Yeah, I was way off.
Bless you.
I said, what did I say first? Chateau. I said.
Chateau. Chateau. Once a month, we all go to the Amish diner that supports their school. That's cool.
Nice. Right, there's no Amish here. Oh, Lord.
Definitely not.
Brenda beat me to it. Now, when we had some of our, I call them our friends, our Amish
Shoto.
friends, up over there in Middle Tennessee, where we were talking about Shoto. Shoto?
Shuto is in French.
Shoto. Beth is going all country. See, she says
Shoto.
Shoto.
Oklahoma.
Y'all are so funny. But whenever I was little, she said toe, LOL. Whenever I was little, we went up and seen the Amish
Good night,
people
Mike.
all the time. Whenever we go to the river, we went up there all the time. And we
Oh, good luck on that
Built-
property, by the way.
we kind of built a friendship with one of the families up there. Not the ones that my dad lent the horses to, but another family up there because they were actually from Memphis. They were a citizen family that converted to Amish. And, to convert with Amish, you actually have to go and live with them for a year, and you have to be accepted by them, and you have to accept their religion. You can become Amish. But whenever we went up there, because they were from Memphis and, we had this level of interest, of the same, being they were citizens at one time of the regular public, and then they turned Amish. We, just built a good relationship with them. And so whenever we went up there, I was actually going to stay with them for 2 weeks. My dad says, he kept threatening me. I'm going to send you up there and make you stay with him for 2 weeks. And that would have been fine with me, just over the summertime. That would have been fine with me. I kept telling him, and what you going to do? And I would have loved to do it, but they were the first ones that actually moved away from that community. And the lady, Miss Vicky, she got sick, and they actually had to go back to Memphis. Her and her husband, I think, eventually got divorced or something. He didn't want to do the whole Amish thing again. Well, it was her and 3 daughters, and they're actually on YouTube.
Yeah, you do.
On and off YouTube.
Yeah.
And I haven't been able to locate them. I really want to get together with them again. But her and her daughters, they sing and they do. They still live the Amish ways. I don't know that they still consider themselves Amish, but they still do everything, by hand, unconventional. And I just love them, absolutely love them. And it was funny because we had thought about them and talked about them over the years. Me and my mom and dad. And then we met another family that moved from Memphis up to the last town that we lived in. And my dad got them into homesteading. And so, he taught them how to grow stuff and how to get animals. And, he was, their first go-to whenever they had any questions or anything. So he kind of, helped them start living this lifestyle as my dad had grown up too. They have since moved back to the city. But when me and my mom went over there one day, Mama started talking about Miss Vicky. And then Miss Diane, our lady friend, she was like, I got something I want to show you. And so she goes and pulls a DVD out from under their TV, pulls a DVD out, and I'll be darned, it is Miss Vicky and her girls teaching how to pressure can. And she's like, I found these and they just helped me so much. And Mom was like, are you for real? And, so she knew them, and everything. And they got to talking about it. And ever since then, I had been trying to find them, wanting to know whatever happened to them. And I think they're still around here, maybe in Missouri or something. But I would love to actually find them. I've been watching the stuff about the Amish, too.
It's a lot of them are moving to South America.
I haven't seen that. Haven't seen that yet. But I've been watching a lot, just not for what they believe in, because I don't like what they believe in. If you really learn and dig deep into the Amish, it would really freak you out. But yeah, I don't have nothing to do with the Amish and their religion, but I like to watch it because I like to see their ways. How do they do chickens? How do they do cooking? How do they do cold storage? How do they do stuff like that? That's what I like to watch their stuff about.
That makes sense, Mitchell.
Yeah. Kind of funny. You think they would be super friendly, but they're kind of quiet, some of the girls. Okay. Now, whenever you go to like the Amish communities, usually you talk to the man. The man is the first one out of the house. If they see somebody walk up, the man is the first one out of the store. The women usually do not talk. The kids do not approach public people or citizens. They call us something.
Don't give me a line.
I don't remember what they call us, like they're the Amish and we're something else. I can't remember what they call them. But yes, usually the men are the ones that do all the conversating with the public. The women may or may not even know English. They usually speak the Dutch. Yes, they don't film or take pictures. And whenever we would go up to the ones in Middle Tennessee, Schwartz and Schubers, yep. Whenever we would go up there to Middle Tennessee, if they seen you take pictures, they would actually come take your film. They would come take your camera and they would take your film out and give you your camera back. Yeah. But they would usually speak Pennsylvania Dutch or some kind of German or something like that.
The old-fashioned ones.
Yeah, they would take your film out, this roll film, we have to do this right here.
Old-fashioned Amish. Not the ones that are kind of...
Oh, the old-fashioned Amish. Well, yeah, those are the ones that lived up there in Middle Tennessee. They would actually... They would come take that film at your camera. I don't know what they would do now, but, I guess they kind of adapt to it. They just know people have phones, people have cameras, Yeah, Yeah, we should respect them though and not take pictures or videos.
Yeah.
I have one picture, and I did it out of spite, but I had one picture because I was like, I'm going to get a picture of the Amish people. But what I did was I think 13, 14 years old.
Shame,
And I took
shame.
one picture, and it is, it's a little boy pulling a wagon, walking down the road in front of us. So he's facing away from me. So there's no face in, in the picture or anything, but it's a little boy and he's pulling a wagon and he's got something in the wagon. I don't remember what it was, but I took a picture of him walking down the road as we were driving up behind him. So that is like one of the only pictures that I have of an Amish person. They let me film the auction, but not the people. Yeah, they don't want people's faces, to be seen or anything. That's why I took the back of his. That's why I took a picture of the back of him. Amish produce auctions. I didn't know they did auctions. That's nice. Ours have little, or the ones in Middle Tennessee, they have little store stands kind of thing outside their house. Now they do have, like in October, they do like a little, I say a little because there's not as many families there anymore, but they do a little festival kind of thing where they make quilts and stuff all year, and they sell the quilts, and they make their jams and jellies and all that stuff, from the season before, during the spring and during the summer. So like in October, they used to have I need to get this on video. I really want to take y'all up there and show y'all this. But when I was little, we would go up there in October because they made molasses. They grew sugarcane up there, and they would be one of the main producers of molasses in the area. And so whenever my daddy would take me up there, we would go buy molasses. And it was really neat to see because you could see all of the fields. You could see how they cut them, all down, how they process them. They load them up on the wagon. Then they have a separate area where they would, they would take the sugar cane on top of the hill, and they would put it up there where horses are going around in a circle, and they are grinding the sugar cane stalks. And so they grind the sugarcane stalks on top of the hill, and then there's a pipe that goes down, and it comes down into a shop, a little hot kitchen, outdoor kitchen. And so it comes down the hill, and then there are wooden trays that go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I know, right? They go back and forth like the length of this building, just way on down, and it's heated all the way down until it gets to the end. And then by the time it gets to the end, it's cooked off enough of the water to where it's molasses and it goes in jars. And so they fill it up at the end of it. And then of course they let it cool, and that, they sell it. So we would go there and we would watch the horses and stuff make the molasses. And when I took him and the kids up there, because I asked the guy, I was like, I'd really like to bring my kids. Do y'all do it anymore? And he said, no, we haven't done it in like 3 years. Yeah, because at the time the aphids came and they ate up all the sugar cane, and so that's why some of them had to leave, because the bug infestation. And of course they grow organically, so they don't use any chemicals or anything, but it kind of ran them out because they were losing their fields. Yeah. And so he said that they actually have a cousin that now does it further up north somewhere. They actually have a cousin family community that does it now, and that's where they get their molasses from, and they send it down to them, and then they sell it in their store. Oh, I bet I would, Hugo. I bet I would. I bet I would. Never knew about the molasses. Yeah. Well, that's just ours. A lot of the different Amish communities have stuff like that they're kind of known for. We had one that did the molasses, and then over on Cane Creek, it was a different community, and they were famous for their woodworking. So they actually had a store where they did all of their woodworking, and they had a store like way up on the hill, and they had all of their stuff. I remember seeing it just scattered all over the hill, rocking chairs and benches and tables and just all kinds of swings and all that. And then they had a store that had like all of their homemade noodles and all that stuff in bulk that you could buy. And then they had a greenhouse, and they would sell plants there. So they were a little more of the more, I guess, civilized, I guess you could say, the little more industrial Amish, to where they had this big store and they did the greenhouse and they did all the woodworking. whereas the smaller ones that were not with the Cane Creek community, they were down in Loboville. They would do the molasses and the quilts and the jams, you know, so you could visit both places and they weren't 15 minutes apart, but they were two totally different communities and they were each known for, you know, a particular thing. So we would go to one and get, you know, whatever we needed from there, and then we'd go to another and then we would get stuff there. There's no power lines, right? Yeah, when you get to Amish community, you see where the power lines stop. I hear you can tell the Amish homes because the clothes hanging on the line. Yep, I love seeing that. Our dollars had a hitching post. Yes, they have a hitching post up there at in Middle Tennessee too, up there in Lovable, and had all the little signs. Rebecca.
I know.
I knew you was looking. Rebecca.
I always cannot remember that one.
We used to make molasses, cut cane sugar, and crush it between two stone mills with a horse and pony attached to it, boiled it down. Yep, that's exactly what they did. That's exactly what they did. And when this is what I'm going to tell you, whenever we went up there and I was showing them around, because I asked the guy, I was like, you know, can we still get back there? Because there had actually been a new home built. So I didn't want these people to think that, you know, we were just, you know, just coming through their yard or nothing, you know. And so I asked the guy that, you know, I had known for a while. I can't even think of his first name now. His granddaddy's Henry, and I can't think of his name. Joseph, I think. But he's actually my age. So when we knew each other, we were like, you know, little 8, 9, 10 years old. And, you know, they didn't talk to us, you know, so we knew, like, I remembered seeing him, but as we got older, you know, family passed away and all that. And we just, you know, grew up. But I asked him, I was like, you know, can we drive over there? Because I remember how to get there. You know, in the little community, there's all kinds of roads that cut off. And I said, I remember how to get there, but there's a new house over there. And I don't want to just drive through there and them thinking, you know, I'm crazy. But he said, yeah, go ahead and drive back there, just going around the field and it's on back there. So we drove back there. And as soon as I got out, I could smell it. It's like it was just in the wood. It was in the air. I mean, you could smell that hot molasses. And it was, it's something that I remember because that's what we did growing up. And they were like, oh, what's that smell? And I'm like, that's molasses. My kids were like, it stinks. I'm like, that's molasses.
That didn't smell good at all.
I loved it. I just loved it because I remembered smelling it when they were making it. I saw sugar cane made in Hawaii, and I thought it was the only place they made sugar. Oh, no. Well, Deep South Homestead, they do sugar cane. My parents, not my parents, my dad's family actually used to grow sugar cane here at our old homestead.
I didn't know that.
I showed you that picture of Uncle Jay.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, look, there's a billboard that's across from Sunny Hill.
Yeah.
That billboard that was across from Sunny Hill, that's where they used to process it. But I've got a picture of my uncle, my daddy's brother, and they used to have farm hands of a darker variety that would help them. And I had to ask my dad what he was actually doing. And my mom, I think it was my mom, she says she had a picture of my grandfather driving the tractor with my dad on the same day as they were doing that sugar cane, and they had the mills and everything, and they were sugar cane grew on the river bank in Tennessee. We used to use it and make cane poles for fishing. Yeah, I've used a lot of cane poles for fishing. Yep, I have that. Yep, I've done that. Well, looks like an outhouse near the road on the farms are actually where they used to have their phones. Yep. And usually in those communities, they only have one phone per community, and it's usually at like the elder's home. They'll have like one phone, and they will, you know, if you call up there, they'll take a message and they'll go give it to the person, you know, and all that. Yeah, I've done that. I've done that quite a bit. We have a cane mill. Hubby's grandparents used to make syrup, but it wasn't molasses. It was a little different. Ribbon cane. I've never heard of that. Yeah, I've never heard of that. But yeah, visiting the Amish and knowing them from such a young age, you know, I've learned a lot over the years from them and my dad and all that. And I still got lots more to learn.
Oh, yeah.
My head's about to explode. But anywho, so yeah, I posted that picture not too long ago on something on Facebook, I think. No, I might have put it on the community tab. It was a black and white picture. Absolutely beautiful quilts. Up here, they all have phones for their business. Oh my. Yeah, you have to nowadays. And I bet they even do some kind of something. Somebody's got something on the internet for them too. I'm sure somebody does that for them too. Oh, y'all talking. Y'all are still talking. Hey, we're close enough for a weekend trip.
Who?
If you start early on Friday, Josh.
Yeah. We're close enough for a weekend trip. We're trying to see if it put on the community tab. I don't think so.
I thought I did.
I'm back 4 months ago. It's not. I hadn't seen it yet. It's not this. Here it is. Yep. Here it is. Oh, is this it?
Yep, that's it. That's across from Sunny Hill. That's that billboard in that field. Yeah, if y'all can see that, this guy right here is my daddy's brother. And then this is the sugar cane where they're cooking it down. All the the steam and everything's coming up. There's those barrels back there, and there's the wood that they were putting in the fire to keep it hot and all that. And this back here behind him is the table where they were cooking it down on. Come on.
What you waiting on?
Come on.
The snow and ice. Yeah,
you're gonna be sliding on down here.
I wouldn't chance it.
And that's the picture that my mom says she also has my grandfather and my dad where they're cutting down the sugar cane. We actually bought our tractor from an Amish man, and yes, it's on internet, right? They may not have internet, but they got connections. They got connections.
Josh said, "You just want me to come down for free labor and tools?"
No, I can do it myself.
Just for the lawnmower.
I just need the lawnmower. I just need to bring the lawnmower, so I ain't got to get out there and push mow all this.
No.
I told the kids, I said, y'all are gonna have to get out there and push mow it and take turns. Like, you get out there and you push a little bit, and then Logan gets out there and pushes a little bit, and Emma gets out there and pushes a little bit.
Emma said, "Do what now?"
I'll help on my lunch break and afterwards. And I said, by the time you get through, you get to start over.
They didn't find it too funny. It's not like, what, 4 acres? 3.
3 maybe. We're gonna have to cut about
3.5.
3. Yeah, until we start clearing some out.
That's coming too.
Yeah, we'll be clearing
That's what
some
I
out.
meant by tools.
Yeah, I just need the lawnmower. If you want to come help, we still have the rest of the shed that we're gonna do.
He knows about that. Me and him talked about that.
Yeah, we still got the rest of that we're gonna do, and you and my daddy and Steven when he's here, and me when I can go out there. I'm sure we can throw it together.
Yeah.
It won't take long.
Emma would be so mad if it was this coming weekend because she's gonna be
Daddy
gone.
needs somebody to climb the ladder and get up there and screw the metal down and stuff because he's getting a little aged. He turns 71 in November. Yeah. Yeah.
He had a yard about an acre in size when I was a kid, and I had a gas mower to cut it. Hands and arms were all vibrating for a while. Right?
Yeah. That was me weed eating. Had to push mow 3 acres when I was a teenager. Yeah, you had
We had
two acres?
2 acres. We were push mowing.
him and 3 brothers was out there.
No, me and Chris.
Oh, you and your
It
brother.
was just both us there at the time, and we had 1 mower. Then we had 2 mowers. By the time he finished, it was time to start all over again.
0 turner small tractor with mower, but 0 turns faster. Yep,
Yep.
that's what Josh is supposed to be bringing down here.
Mm-mm.
No?
That was 0 turn.
Oh, I thought you said it was.
No,
Oh, well, we're getting a lawnmower that's not a push mower.
it's a ride mower. It's just not 0 turn.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's fine. Okay.
Exactly.
As long as it ain't a push mower, I got one
Right.
of them. We finna have to get out there and cut some of them onions down, though.
Well, the onions and some of that clover is coming up for some odd reason.
Well, I mean, by March, we're usually cutting grass anyways.
Yeah, at least the first.
We usually start cutting grass in March.
It was meat. I mean, yeah.
Yep. Yep.
All by itself on 3 acres.
Denise said, okay, that's done. Another chef unit. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, she's been
Bless you.
shells while she's watching. Listening.
We got one more set we need to put up over your toilet. I started to do that the other day when I was off, but
Yeah.
I got bursitis in my shoulder. Annette, good morning. Yeah, I got bursitis in my shoulder. So, yeah, there's that. Those days are over. Stepdad still lives on their farm. It's not a farm anymore. Mom passed away in November. 14 acres, just sitting and occasionally cut. I have a feeling that's the way this place was before we bought it. I want an ATV. Oh my.
Oh,
It's a
yeah.
Cub Cadet. Yep. Has a steering wheel. Okay.
54-inch deck, though.
Okay.
They're custom stuff.
Works for me.
It'll get cut. It'll do some cutting.
Oh yeah. Wide turns, but it'll cut.
We did at the other house when
Yeah, we did it
grass
at the
got
other
too
house.
tall.
If we
we
could
would-
rake it up or something.
If it was enough where we could rake it up, we would rake it up and give it to the chickens, and the chickens would eat it.
Yeah.
I use the ride mower to pull the gorilla cart.
And if the grass hasn't went to seed, I'll put it on my garden and stuff too. Only if it hasn't went to seed. If it's went to seed, then the chickens get it.
Josh said it
Okay.
was in the picture.
Okay.
I'm just going off what I think it looks like.
Right. Well, we're gonna have to go because I've got to finish
She's hungry.
supper. I've had supper cooking on the stove. See that silver pot right there? I've had it simmering. Yeah, it's right there. Right there. Ow! You learn to drive your hand.
Oh, like yours already goes back and forward. Back. I feel like I was on Three Stooges.
Whatever. Whatever.
Yellow and white. That works.
Yeah, there used to be a main Cub Cadet factory
In a town where we used to
in
live.
a close town.
Yeah.
My uncle that you saw in the picture, he worked there for a little bit. His son was one of the head people there. My cousin, he
Mhm.
worked there until it shut down. Steven needs a tractor. We got plans for a tractor.
That'll
We'll
be
see.
very down the road. I gotta get the grass cut first.
I'm not that worried about it right now.
We want a small one. You
Yeah.
know, not the tiniest one, but like the next one up, like an L series probably.
Yeah.
Something like that. It'd be more than enough for what we need around here, what we're gonna be doing with it. But I'd like to have something. But
I mean, we're not going to go all out and have this huge farm or anything, you know. I want a mini dairy cow, you know, and maybe breed her to have some calves, you know, and that kind of be our beef if we want beef, or we can just sell it or whatever. Other than that, we got chickens. Emma hunts deer, so we'll have deer meat, you know, as long as we have a place to hunt.
mhm.
And I mean, that's really it. We're going to raise our chickens. We may get ducks or turkeys, or I want a peacock, or
We may look at see how the pond
Something, but-
does. We may try to stock the pond too.
yeah, we'll do that. But I
Just
mean,
gotta see
other
how the
than
water
that,
level
we
goes.
don't need a whole lot. We're not doing goats. We ain't doing
Yeah,
we ain't doing pigs, but we might do some feeder pigs, but it's not going to be a whole lot.
my mom has one that was white and yellow. Josh,
Yeah, sure did.
that was a Kobe. It was
Mine
and
is
it-
yellow dirt and a little rust.
hers was white and yellow, and then she had one that was all yellow,
Yeah,
and it was Cub Cadet too.
mini
guess-
cows are expensive.
That's what she wants.
I don't need no big cow. I don't need 5 gallons of milk a day. I just don't. I want a mini cow because, I mean, we don't drink a whole lot of milk. We're not a dairy family. You know, you've got
Jeez.
to think about what your family needs. So what I need is cream. I don't need milk. I need cream to make butter and to start working on making cheeses, you know, and stuff like that.
Right.
I don't need all that milk. We just don't. I mean, y'all see my recipes. I very rarely do milk.
Right.
I might do some cream or something. Very rarely do I do milk.
Well, there's so many plans that we want to do going forward. It's just one thing at a time. We figured this year's gonna be garden, chickens,
That's it.
and
That's it.
and a lawnmower.
On goat
And
milk.
then
for
we're
supper.
probably going to try to finish working on the shed, which there's more coming to that shed. That what y'all have seen up is just the first stage of the, I won't say it, shed that's going to be going up. But that's probably going to be the extent of the big stuff this year. And then we'll just kind of grow as we go. There's no rush. I mean, we got nothing but time. So
Yeah, I know a mini, depending on the breed and the stage of milking she's in, she could give up to 2 or 3 gallons a day, for the most part. So I'm okay with that. And if she has a calf, I'll calf share. I'll milk share with the calf. And if I want to keep him away and then just milk in the morning time, I'll just get half of what she's going to give, and then he or she can have the rest of the day. I don't have to keep all of it as long as they got a calf. And that's kind of what I want. I want to do a calf with a dairy, make sure that my dairy cow comes with a calf. So I don't know that I want to get into goats. They're just a little too rowdy for me. I know they're funny. I know they're cute, but unless you milk, what else do you have to do with them besides eat them? And I don't.
Oh no, Josh, the money, I got to get a mower. I never said anything about spending money on the mower. I'm spending money on the rest of the shed because we all know these sheds ain't cheap. So that's where we're putting our money into storage abilities and future storage for things. And that's what we're putting our money into instead of just buying a bunch of toys and go buy a brand new tractor with a trailer, new truck, and all this stuff. Instead of doing those kinds of things, we're investing into what's going to be here for the long term. So,
Annette, I think I just commented something like that on your post.
You did.
But yeah, we've got the room if we need to get a refrigerator or two to put out in the shed. We've got the room. We've got the hookup to be able to store milk later on. That's an option for us to be able to do that. So I'm just really needing the cream and whatever. I don't need a whole lot of milk.
Oh, I know. But as Emma would say, it doesn't matter if you don't ever come down to bring it.
Yeah.
I was going to say that for her because she's not in here.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Unless you're milking them, you're going to have to eat them, for them to be a use on the farm, unless it brings you joy. But they get expensive if they're bringing you joy and you keep feeding them. You can't type now. Your finger's going to sleep. Anyways, we got to go eat. I got supper ready. It's sitting right there calling my name. All right, guys. Well, we are going to hop off here, get ready to eat, and you'll see what we're eating probably this weekend. It'll be in a pantry meal video.
Yep.
I'll keep doing those for a little bit. But yeah. Anyways, it was good to talk to you guys. Like my chickens, they need to get back in. Absolutely.
You want no freeloaders? They gotta do something. Provide some kind of service.
Absolutely.
Something.
Ours went down when it got cold. They were like,
but then they're still recuperating, so we're gonna let that ride. But we're thankful to have them at all and be able to get any eggs off of them. This was, like I said, this is the first weekend. This past weekend, we didn't have to buy eggs, so that was a blessing in itself. So y'all stay warm if you're in front of the weather coming. If you're even behind it, stay warm. Check on people that needs to be checked on. Those ones out in the boonies that their internet sucks. They probably need to be checked on, like Josh and CB and Brenda and all those people. But do take care of each other. Stay warm. Make sure you got some kind of heat source. And we will see y'all later. Oh, and we will be dancing Friday. Yep. I know she's already got a couple videos ready.
Yep. I got videos Wednesday, probably Wednesday and Thursday. Now that we're going dancing Friday, I'll do one Wednesday and Thursday, and it's gardening related. So check that out if y'all are interested in how we're going to be starting the new garden. So anyways, we will see you guys live Friday if you come by and visit. If not, we'll see you in the videos or next weekend.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.